So, I don't think I don't think any of y'all know what real witchcraft is. Cause sometimes witchcraft ain't about doing some fucking spells and herbs and having stupid grimoire and going to freaking Etsy or TikTok or whatever and getting a bunch of spells there, or not, or even going to a practitioner. Because some of y'all be hiring witches and stuff. I don't know why. You shouldn't be messing with other people's lives like that, especially because it goes against universal laws of free will. So if you're trying to suppress someone's free will, that's going to go back to you because you're breaking spiritual laws. All right? And not only are you breaking spiritual laws, but you're also breaking spiritual laws by projecting negativity, projecting ill will onto people. So if you're thinking you want someone to, like, you know what I'm saying? Holding that with my left hand, it's not very stable. Yeah, it's gonna go back to you. Now, not in the same way as that, because the universe is very creative. The universe will give that same energy right back to you. So whatever you're projecting outside onto other people, and they're innocent and they didn't do anything. And also, you gotta remember, there are some people who have high ranking in the spiritual world. They might just look like any other schmo. They might look like a homeless person. They might look like someone who's just like meek and not important, but they're important people in the spiritual world. And you over here, return to sender. Sorry. And you're over here casting spells, projecting ill will onto people, thinking of terrible things for that person. That's also witchcraft. That is also witchcraft, because you're manipulating energy, because you're using your energy and putting it against someone else's energy. It's energy manipulation. So sometimes you don't have to do an incantation or some freaking extra bullshit to get your intentions across to the other person. Sometimes you could just think about it, because everything starts with a thought. That's how manifestations start. That's how everything in this world is created. It's because of a thought. So if you're having negative thoughts about someone constantly, continuously, over time, you're gonna build up karma. You're building up karma, and you're building up a case against you in the spiritual world. And guess who's looking at it? God. God looking at everything. God's making a list. It might not hit you right away, but if you piss off God enough and you broke plenty of laws, it'll come to you. Sorry, someone offered me some freaking Gatorade, whatever. Story of my life. Anyways, so follow the laws. And if you're gonna do any sort of energy work, any sort of witchcraft, even if you don't know it, research on it. Because I'm telling you, any money, God is forgiving for a bit. Because, God knows that y'all don't know shit. I'm gonna tell you straight up, when I came into this, I didn't know nothing. I swear to God, I told God, I'm sorry, but I don't know any of this stuff. That I did not research enough. But I'm researching enough, I tell you that. Learned the hard way. And I learned from other people who also learned from the hard way. So either you heed my message and you learn from the easy way, because this is the message that needs to be spread worldwide. And also, a video yesterday reminded me to post it. So I was like, yeah. And I forget who, man, all these people be telling me or reminding me of information that I already know to share to you guys, but I just be forgetting because I just watch a lot of stuff and a lot of content and a lot of people just to gain more information and be more aware of what's going on, because there are other people who are going through either similar things as me or more intense things, or just reminding me of stuff that I gotta talk about. But anyways, I forget what that girl I don't know, some freaking girl told me it. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyways, the point of the story is that y'all need to stop. Stop projecting negativity. Stop projecting negativity on people. Stop wishing ill will on people. As a matter of fact, stop concerning yourself with other people's lives. Because you don't know what type of rank they are. And whether or not God is really backing them. Because if you messing with the wrong one and the God is backing them, you're going to quickly realize who the real God is, because it's not you. And anybody who thinks that they can play God will fail every time. So if you're over here trying to parade around like you're God, God's going to humble you real fucking fast. God doesn't play. God loves. God forgives. But God doesn't play. So you better hope and pray to God that God forgives you. And God, when God gives you grace and warning, you heed that warning. Because God will warn you. God will say, not this one. Not this one. Don't walk away. And if you ignore it, and God warned you multiple times, let's just say God will take you out if you don't listen enough. If you don't grasp or heed the warning, God will take you out. God will remind you who the fuck really is in charge, because it's not you. It ain't even me. You know, I follow whatever God tells me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might make mistakes. I might misread, like, what God's been trying to tell me and stuff like that. But I am obedient, or I try to be obedient. And I try to spread awareness and spread, like, the message. Because that's what God wants me to do. And so I'm spreading this message to you all. Because I swear to God, God is making a list, checking it twice, to see who needs to be put out, who needs to learn a lesson again, and who needs to have a cycle repeat again. Because some of you guys, I guess, really want to repeat a cycle again. So if you truly value yourself, your life, and the things that you have already, and not being ungrateful and unappreciative, you better stop. God will take everything that you hold dear away from you if you mess with people. So stop messing with people. And instead of tearing people down and attacking people, wishing ill will or even death upon people, why don't you help them out? It takes 5 seconds to just be nice. I don't understand why it's so hard for you guys to be that way. Why is it so hard to be nice? Why is it that you want to destroy someone's life when they're walking in their purpose, when they're doing the job they're supposed to be doing? It might not be the Matrix type of job. It's a job that is more important than anything else, than anything in this world. Because that's how important God really is. God is more important than anything in this world. Because God made everything in this world. Even you, even me. Without God, you wouldn't even be here. And then you want to act like you fucking God? You guys are funny. Quit your shit. Get it together. And start helping each other. Or otherwise, you won't have a hard life. Make your life easier. Be nicer. And stop attacking people for no reason. It's really annoying. So, think about it. Be better. Because I know you can be better. I see so much potential in all of you guys. And if God can forgive, so can I.